everyone, it's Michelle from A Common Life, and today I wanted to share with you how the month of December went for our homeschool. So I'm sure the same thing for you. December is always absolutely crazy. I know that for us, we had so many different events going on and things that we don't normally do. Two of the boys also started basketball, so we had to incorporate that into our schedule. And then just in general, we had a lot of different things going on that we don't normally have. And so I always feel like December is a month when we need to kind of pare down and just do the main subjects. So for 3 weeks, we did basically reading, writing, and arithmetic with some crafts for the Advent season. So for us, that looked like starting the day with our prayers and then reading Little House in the Big Woods, which I talked about this in my November update as well. We are almost done. We are so close. So we've been reading this every morning in our homeschool, and while I read, the kids work on their little books. So let me go ahead and show you. Here we go. Here's Gregory's. He is 7 years old, and so there's a lot more in here now. And they've all had a lot of fun doing these books because it basically gives them something to do while I'm reading, because the chapters in this book aren't very short. Most of them are pretty long, and so it takes me a little while to get through them, but that's fine. They have something to color and something to do, and when they finish that work, I always keep coloring pages or coloring books on hand. So they can just go ahead and grab one of those and just continue listening to the story while I read out loud. So after we read Little House in the Big Woods, we go ahead and do something special for Advent. So sometimes we would make a craft, other days we would bake something. There was one time where we baked something and then we brought it up to our neighbors, so that was really fun. We also baked a lot of cookies and some of those Chex Mix things, the sweet ones with the melted chocolate and the M&Ms. And so the kids and I are going to go bring those to the neighbors soon. So for me, I kind of count that as homeschool. I mean, everything that we do is homeschool. So that was definitely part of it. They were learning how to melt the chocolate, which sadly it failed the very first time. My sweet daughter, she's 9 years old, and she tried to do it on her own and it just didn't work out. Although my kids are kind of crazy and they decided that they really liked the burnt chocolate and they said it tasted good, which I think is so gross. But they loved it, and so they ate part of it. I only let them eat a little bit because I thought it was really disgusting. But anyway, those are my kids. So that was fun to do some baking and cooking and crafts and things like that and just incorporate that into our December homeschool. So after we finished those things, we went right into working with the younger two boys doing how to teach your child to read in 100 easy lessons. So they are going through that. Our 7-year-old is almost halfway done, which is great. Our 5-year-old is going a little bit more slowly, but that's okay. I mean, he's only 5, so I'm not that concerned about it. Our 7-year-old is still not fluently reading, so I'm glad that he's kind of going through it a lot quicker. I have seen, though, in the last couple of weeks that he is now trying to spell words, which is really exciting. Like, he spelled the word Zoom yesterday. So that was really cool, and he's just having a lot of fun with it. So that's exciting to see, like, how they're learning these things, and you're not even really, I'm not teaching him how to spell necessarily, but he is putting those sounds together and figuring it out on his own. So that's really neat to see. After we do our phonics and our reading, the younger two boys do their math. And I don't know if you follow me on Instagram, but I shared recently that our 7-year-old has already finished half of his math curriculum, and we did not even start school until September 15th. So that means in just, 3 months, he finished half of his entire curriculum. And obviously we still have several more months to go in the year. So it looks like our first grader is going to be starting second grade work probably, I would guess, maybe mid-March or April, because it is the end of December now and he is already on he's done with lesson 18 in the second book. So, I mean, he is just breezing through it, which is great. And then my kindergartner, he is doing the first grade math book already, and he is almost done with that first book. So he's very bright, and he's catching up to his brother as well. I don't think he will go ahead to second grade just yet, but he'll definitely finish that first grade curriculum in kindergarten. So our older two are using a math program called Aleks, A-L-E-K-S. It's an online program and I love it. It is so good, and they do everything for me. So it creates the tests, it quizzes them, it goes through their multiplication tables, and everything is there. And then I have selected that once a week I get a report. So I know what they're doing every single week. And as of this weekend, my 5th grader was 53% done with 5th grade. And the 4th grader, my daughter, was, I think it was 46 or 47% done with her 4th grade math work. So they're doing really well too. They're basically where our 1st grader is. So the 2 of them will be able to just continue moving ahead in that online program. We are planning on using that next year as well, and if our 7th grader is fluently reading by then, he will also use that program. So I will link to that down below because it is such an excellent program. It's not really cheap, but I mean, it's inexpensive, and when you think about the fact that you're not sitting there with them going through every single thing, and as you're getting to those higher levels where honestly, like, I don't really remember all of it, I think that's going to be really helpful to me because I'm not going to have to relearn it to be able to teach it to them. They're going to be able to be taught on the computer screen and quizzed over and over until they actually understand the content. So I highly recommend that program. And so for our older 2 children, while I was working on the reading, writing, phonics, spelling, and math with the younger 2 boys, they were working on their independent work, which consists of their math program, which I talked about already. They do a spelling curriculum, they do a grammar curriculum, and they also do a writing curriculum called ASOP, which basically takes famous classically written works, and then they have to read through it. It's usually a much shortened version, basically written for younger children. So they go through and they read that, and then there's a summarized version of it as well, and they have to basically recreate famous works. That's how it works. That's how the curriculum is planned out. And so they went through, and I'm trying to think, they just recently did Julius Caesar, and so they read through the shortened version of Julius Caesar, and then they had to create their own outline of the story, and then they had to create a rough draft, which I then worked with them and edited it and corrected it for them, and then they went ahead and either typed or they used their neatest handwriting possible. My son sometimes writes in cursive for that, to write their final draft of the story. So you're able to kind of see if they really did grasp what the whole story was about. The thing that's really neat about that program is it's not just a writing program, it also teaches them reading comprehension, grammar, punctuation, spelling, and then it also exposes them to classical works of literature. So that's really neat too. So if you can tell from my scratchy voice, I have been sick for about a week and a half now, so that did affect our homeschool as well. We took off 2 days, 1 week, because Mama was sick, and when Mama's sick, we cannot really do school. Then we were done on the Friday, the week before Christmas, because on the 19th, my in-laws arrived and we started celebrating Christmas that day. So we actually get to celebrate 2 Christmases this year, one before Christmas and one on the day of Christmas. So kind of crazy, but that's how it works for our family, and it's fun. We love having our family with us. So thankfully, the month of December went by really quickly. We did school for 3 weeks and took off a couple days in there because I was sick, and got everything done that we needed to get done, thankfully. So that is my update for the month of December in our homeschool. If you like this video, don't forget to click the like button and subscribe for more videos like this. And if you have any questions for me, please put them in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching, and have a great day.